Yo, what's up everybody, and welcome back to another Clash Royale video. Now, somebody in our video yesterday sent me some gameplay of the Elite Barbarian card concept, which makes no sense. The card isn't even in the game yet, but if you guys don't know what the Elite Barbarian card is, it's a regular Barbarian spawner, except it spawns 2 Elite Barbarians instead of regular Barbarians. This is once again a concept. A bit of a disclaimer, the video you're seeing, or the footage you're seeing, is not real. This is from a private server, so don't get your hopes too high, because this is not coming to the game. Now, before the video officially starts, can we smash 350 likes on this video, or 400? That is our goal for today's episode. Every single time we do release leaked gameplay, the video ends up doing really well. So with that being said, let's hop into this brand new leaked gameplay. Now, the footage in this video doesn't have any audio, which is a bit of a bummer. I do have to apologize for that, but he does turn it up. But when I decided to actually play the audio, it was just some type of like rock band music. So yeah, you're just better off not hearing that type of sound. Now, right from the start, we can tell that this is a private server account, because if we look at his gem count, it is above 900,000, which is just absurd. And his gold count is also at 1 million gold, which is the max in Clash Royale. I've gotten close to it actually. My max myself is 300,000k gold, which is a crazy ton, but then I went on a spending spree and I got to level 11, and that's just another story. Now, from looking specifically at this footage, we can tell that this is a very different private server account, because first of all, there's a dragon on the top right corner. That's an epic card, which is level 5, so that's new. We don't normally get a dragon in the game. There's also an archer queen, which looks a bit cheesy, but then the elite barbarian hut that he's clicking on right now looks pretty defined. And if I saw this as a brand new player, I might think that this would be in the game. There's also a cannon that shoots out a goblin barrel, or a goblin, so it's like a goblin barrel repeater. It looks pretty cool, but the idea itself is kind of silly. And you can even buy the card in the shop, which is crazy, and also a couple of archer queens in the shop. Don't know what's happening here, but if I got my hands on a private server, which I don't really know how to do, I would play this game a lot. And even when he did open up that magical chest, we saw that he got a couple of elite barbarian huts. So I don't know how this guy like coded this private server, but he does it pretty well, because the gameplay is also decent. Now, right now, he's going on a big chest spree, spending his unlimited gems on just getting his account up, which makes a lot of sense. Doing this would be a ton of fun. I don't know if you can make videos off of private servers if Clash Royale allows that, because if I made a video titled opening 99 super magical chests, but I was just on a private server, then you guys would probably be a bit disappointed. Now, you guys will probably have mixed feelings about this gameplay, because it's half decent and it's half not. Like, as an example, when he puts down the archer queen, instead of getting an actual archer queen, you're just getting a really big musketeer, which does look really funny. I mean, like, making a video with just massive musketeers would be a lot of fun to do, but at the same time, it's a bit disappointing. Now, what are your thoughts on this gameplay? Because it looks half cheesy, like I said before, but a bit decent. And if the archer queen did come to the game, then she would have the same type of DPS and same type of range as this buffed musketeer card. So a pretty good analogy with the two cards, but the gameplay itself is a bit disappointing just because the skin isn't there. Now, you guys might be wondering, where exactly is this elite barbarian hut gameplay, and also where is the dragon gameplay? Like, as clearly shown, there's definitely a dragon card, an elite barbarian hut, and the archer queen inside of this private server. Now, if you guys do want official elite barbarian gameplay hut, then go ahead and check out this awesome YouTuber named Radical Rosh. Not only did he post some epic gameplay of this brand new elite barbarian hut concept, but he's the one that made it in the first place. So once again, his channel link will be down below in the description. Go ahead, subscribe to him. Now, if you guys do agree with this elite barbarian card concept, and that we should have an 8 elixir building that spawns 2 elite barbarians at a time, then go ahead and like the video. It is truly an amazing idea, but the downside to this idea is that if you have a hut that spawns 3 to 4 pairs of elite barbarians, you're like getting 18 to 24 of elixir value, which is just untold of. And maybe if they did make this card worth 10 elixir, then it could be implemented in the game, just because it is such an expensive card, and the rocket could be a very good counter for this card. But until then, the card would be very overpowered if it was introduced to the game for only 8 elixir. Now, in the past 2 weeks, my best video so far is the dragon video. I posted some leaked gameplay of the dragon on the channel, and I gave links to the channels which had even more gameplay of it, and you guys smashed that video, and it's past 700 likes. So if you guys want to see more private server gameplay and more leaked gameplay, then let me know by leaving a like down below, and also just commenting it, and I'll make sure to do it in the future. Now, even just to fit the theme of today's episode, I went ahead and I made an elite barbarian deck with a combination of a P.E.K.K.A card, and it's been doing great. As you guys can tell, I'm on my 7th grand challenge game right now, so a bit of pressure. I want to get to at least 10 wins, and then I'm guaranteed like 10k gold, which is a huge prize. Now, I promised you guys that every single video I would make a best deck included in the video, so that people who also want to see updates do get best decks. This way everybody in my subscriber feed does get pleased. and I'm going to continue to do so because for the past couple of days, I've been kind of dropping that, but it's going to return, and we're going to be making better best deck videos in all of our episodes. Now in this first game, we're facing Cunt, and we're going to be attacking him with a P.E.K.K.A. and a Wizard push, plus the combination of a Rage spell, and it's doing quite well. His entire skeleton army gets zapped out, and that was a nice positive win trade, and because of our P.E.K.K.A.'s insane damage per second, it's going to take out that tower, but it does get baited by the princess, doesn't quite take her out, and now we're in a bit of a pickle. Now what to do next? It's a bit of a tough decision. Should we play passive and just put down a pump, or should we just attack his princess, go for another counter push? It's kind of hard to label what exactly we should do next. Now 2 minutes left. There is a big chunk of the game left. Now after that first engagement, we can sort of tell that our P.E.K.K.A. deck is a great counter for his deck because we took out his tower so effectively. So I'm going to be a bit greedy and I might go for a 3-crown push, but for now, we're just going to be defending. Now in my deck, there's no clear counter for his fire spirits, which is why I'm going to ambush them with my elite barbs, take him out, and get a nice positive 4 trade. They don't quite make it to his tower though, as the fire spirits did spawn on my elite barbs. Unfortunate, but it had to be done. And that single electric wizard doing a ton of damage. I think that was a total of 800 damage on that king tower. Not a bad result, but I'm in a bit of a dilemma. Should we play passive and just defend our 1 crown? Or should we go for a 3-crown push? We very much can, because with W Elixir and with our great support cards, we can easily take out all of his very lightly armored cards. Like our wizard just destroying those minions, takes out the fire spirits, and now we're going to be in for a great ambush. Goblin Gang for that princess, a nice part trade. And because my Goblin Gang is a bit underleveled, he can zap it for a positive 1 trade, but I'm not too worried about that. Most of our power in our deck does come from our P.E.K.K.A. and Wizard cards, so nothing to worry about right there. Gonna completely ignore his Goblin Barrel, go for a King Tower push, and he's gonna keep on pushing by 1 tower. Now the reason why his play does confuse me is because this is a grand challenge and not a regular game, so getting crowns doesn't matter. All that matters is getting the win, and because he wasted so much elixir on just getting down my crown tower with his Goblin Barrel, we're gonna have a lot of wizards closing in on his tower, and all we need now is just 1 more P.E.K.K.A. push or 1 more Elite Barbarian push, and we're gonna get his King Tower. And again, another Goblin Barrel ambush, but it's too late. Elite Barb's closing on the King Tower, and a great 3-count win with this P.E.K.K.A. and Elite Barbarian deck. Now some of you, after seeing this deck's initial average cost, you might be thinking that it sucks, but this game is proof that it does work against very annoying swarm decks, because remember, the P.E.K.K.A. and the Elite Barb's main counter are cards like Skeleton Army and Goblin Gang, and with the Zapdo and the Wizard behind your P.E.K.K.A., you can just take out those cards and do massive pushes, and that's why I feel that the Wizard is such a good support card in the game. It is way better than the Executioner card, which I feel is a bit weak, and they did undermine it with that last patch update. So, yeah. Best support card with the P.E.K.K.A. is definitely the Wizard. Alright, so here is our second opponent facing Omnizio. I believe that's how you say his name. Quite a weird one. But the perfect counter for the bowler is the P.E.K.K.A. And if we do take out that card, then that will be an easy 5 elixir cleanup. And with minions coming in, the Wizard is going to be the prime counter. A free 3 elixir trade right there. And plus his bowler, that's another 5 elixir trade. And don't forget about our elixir collector. That's giving us a bit of juice, taking a lot of damage from that poison spell, but it's still going to give us 2 elixir, which is decent for our push. And now let's go ahead and maybe rage up our P.E.K.K.A. and zap a skeleton army if it does come inbound. But instead of actually doing so, I split push with my elite barbs, proving to be right. There goes half of that HP on that left tower, and also on the right tower, taking some pretty heavy damage, probably 1/4 of its total HP. Goblin Gang to distract his minion card and to also move on to his tower on the left, maybe do some speckle damage, but it does add up. Now one thing that I love about this brand new Goblin Gang card is that because there's goblins inside of this gang, they can take 1 zap hit, which is really good for taking out Hog Riders. There's always a zap following up with the card, and by having the Goblin Gang, a card that is very cheap, can take it out quickly. It can also take a zap hit. That is a big win for me. And I'm having a big debate on whether I should switch my Goblin Gang for the Skeleton Army. Like, one card is more durable, can also just attack air cards because of those Spirit Goblins, while the Skeleton Army has a lot better DPS, so it's kind of a big debate if you want power or if you want flexibility. But back to the game, right now it's not going too well. We lose our bottom right tower, our pump takes a lot of damage, but here is a very aggressive counter push. Wizard Elite Barbs and a Rage spell. Now the Knight card is a great tank, stopping my Elite Barbs and also just distracting my Wizard from focusing down his top right tower. A bit of a pain in the butt, but like, you gotta give him credit, that was a pretty good play. And now we're in for a lot of trouble because it's W Elixir, barely any damage done on his 2 towers, and we have a big bowler coming in. And so far, I've tried to connect my P.E.K.K.A. to his bowler, but he has pretty good supporting cards that just stop the card from doing so. Now let's just counter that air card by placing down our Electro Wizard, maybe place down a Wizard on the right lane, this way we can avoid getting taken out by one big fireball. And he reveals the Inferno Tower for the first time, which is going to be a bit of a hassle because I don't really have the zap available at the moment. Pekka gets taken out, and one last attempt with our elite barbs to connect with that top right tower. They get 2 shots in, but that is it. And now we're in a very bad position with 22 seconds left. Only a Pekka left to defend. And I think we're gonna have to call this game a GG. My cards are very slow. The second Pekka gets taken out, and I'm a bit on the low side of Elixir. I can't really attack with my elite barbs and rage combo. And ultimately, this game is gonna be a loss. Now, the reason why for the last game I showcased the loss was because a month ago, I told you guys that I would make the gameplay way different, include losses and wins. This way you can see the strengths of the deck and also the weaknesses, or the weaknesses of the player, if you want to put it that way. But ultimately, I think it's better to have 2 different types of gameplay, wins and losses. This way we get the gist of both sides when it comes to the deck type and how it plays out. Now, if you guys did enjoy that gameplay, and you also enjoyed the leak at the very beginning of the episode, then a like would be appreciated, because the goal for this video is 400 likes. It's doable, it's a bit greedy, but we've been killing it recently. I think we have. Yeah, so I'm just gonna put it there, and I think we can smash 400 likes. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, then I'll make sure to check those out later on. But until the next episode, I'll catch you guys later.